everybody, welcome to Africa Sports Network. This is a brand new program I designed to be my satellite, my focus on players of African descent doing their thing here in the Major League Soccer. My name is Sam. Welcome once again to Africa Sports Network, and this is Players Focus right here on the network. We're going to beam our satellite on a particular player, a German Sudanese who is powering Nashville FC in the Eastern Conference of the Major League Soccer, and his name is Hany Mukhtar. Take a short break. When I come back, I will tell you more about Hany Mukhtar. Africa Sports Network return after this timeout. All right, you're welcome back to the program. This is Africa Sports Network. I'm talking about a particular player, a German Sudanese who is powering the Major League Soccer outfit called Nashville Football Club, and his name is Hany Mukhtar. That's him right there on the screen. Hany Mukhtar is a German Sudanese born in Berlin, Germany, and since he made his switch from Brondby in the Danish league to Nashville FC, he has scored 13 goals for them this season. We're going to tell you more about Hany Mukhtar as we want to delve into his profile to see how he has been phenomenal for Nashville Soccer Club. I'm talking about Hany Mukhtar. Yes, I call him Hany Mukhtar because since he arrived from Brondby to Nashville, he has been a phenomenal. 13 goals. When you look at his general statistics, let's put it up right here. Let's look at his general statistics. 20 goals played this season in 17 starts, and Hany Mukhtar has been phenomenal for Nashville Football Club. That is him right there on the screen. 20 games played, and he has gathered 1,554 minutes in those 20 games, and he has had 17 starts, and they've taken him off only 10 times. When you look at his defensive strategies, Hany Mukhtar is offensive minded. And yes, I'm going to see if my mic is on. I'm sorry about that. Hany Mukhtar is offensive minded. And when you look at the numbers that he has turned out in defense, 3 clearances, 8 interceptions have kept Nashville undefeated at home this season in the MLS as they surge to number 3 spot in the Eastern Conference. Yes, this is Eastern Conference log. As you can see, Nashville have 35 points from 21 games, and in those 35 points, that means Hany Mukhtar have scored 8 goals for them this season, and that has been powering Nashville. So let's look at the game that he got a hat-trick against Chicago Fire. His history. Hany Mukhtar became Nashville's first DP in their franchise history. He was signed in 2019 from Brondby, and he remained with the 20 games, 17 starts, and he has been subbed off only 10 times. All right, then when you talk about his attack, his attacking skills, let's look at what the numbers tells us. All right, this is Hany Mukhtar. Looking at his attacking skills, total shots, including all the ones that they were blocked or not, 43. 25 of those 43 were on target. And out of those 25 that were on target, he can account for 8 goals this season. So when you look at his conversion rate, it stands at 18.6%. His personal conversion rate stands at 18.6%. And he has scored 6 goals from his right foot. That shows that his most lethal weapon is his right. And he has scored 2 goals with his left. No headed goal so far for Hany Mukhtar. That he has 50% success rate when he delves into tackles. And when he goes into area duel and stuff like that, he has a 40.8% success when he goes into duel with the opponent player. Now let's look at his ball distribution, because regardless of the fact that Hany Mukhtar is offensive minded, he can spread the ball around for his teammate to benefit from that. Okay, when you look at the way he spread the ball around, he has a 83.8% success rate in passes, more than average. And when it comes to long passes, maybe those telegraphic passes from left to right, from the defense to the man up front, he accounted for 56.8% success rate. That shows that Hany Mukhtar is an all-round player. When you look at his pass accuracy, his long passes, area duel, block shot, and stuff like that, Hany Mukhtar is that player that can carve open a defense that sit deep when they play. So let's look at the general play of Hany Mukhtar. All right. Pass direction. He has a 20.9% percent of forward passes. When he passes left, he can account for 19.3%. And when he goes right, he can account for 29.0%. That means that he operates more comfortably from the right hand side of the midfield. So when you come to pass accuracy, he can account for 67.6% in the opposition half. I mean, you cannot overlook the talent of Hany Mukhtar. Take a short break. When I come back, this show continues. All right, you're welcome back to the program. This is Africa Sports Network, and we are talking about a particular player, a German Sudanese, who is powering the MLS Eastern Conference outfit, Nashville Soccer Club. Listen, MLS clubs can account for up to 50 to 100 players of African descent. In fact, Nashville can boast of up to 5 of them. You have Anibaba, Hany Mukhtar, Ake Loba, an Ivorian. Anibaba is a Nigerian American. Mukhtar is German Sudanese. Ake Loba is an Ivorian. And they have Brian Anuga, a Cameroonian. And other players I can't remember off my head right now. I know that Nashville have over 5 African players. When you go to Columbus Crew, they have Jonathan Mensah, the captain of the Black Stars of Ghana. When you come to Houston, we have 2. We have a Zimbabwean, Tenech Hadebe, and we have Derek Jones, an American Ghanaian. So when you go to LAFC, they have Sebastian Ibarra, who moved from New York City Football Club to LAFC. So players of African descent are scattered all over the MLS. When you go to DC, they have Ola Kamara, a Norwegian Sierra Leonean. So these players have been an integral part of their various MLS teams. Some of them have contributed or are contributing in their club quest to consolidate a postseason ticket. Hany Mukhtar is powering Nashville. 8 goals already for them this season since he arrived from Brondby to the MLS. And he scored his first MLS hat-trick against Chicago Fire, become man of the match, and he has been part of MLS Team of the Week on few occasions. That shows that his talent can never be overlooked. And on this network, we will bring to you more of this as we beam our satellite on players of African descent who are doing it big right here in the Major League Soccer. Take a short break one more time. When I come back up, the show continue. Welcome back to the program. This is Africa Sports Network and this is Players Focus, and we're talking about Hany Mukhtar, a German Sudanese who is powering the MLS outfit in the Eastern Conference, Nashville Soccer Club. You see, the name of the German senior national team is called the Diamond Shaft. You know, we call them the German Machine because of their never tiring spirit. They are always there, pressing you, counter pressing for the whole of 90 minutes. And I think that Hany Mukhtar kind of espoused that the way he plays for Nashville FC. Yes, he has played for Hertha Berlin, Benfica, Red Bull Salzburg, Brondby, and now he's in Nashville. Do you think Hany Mukhtar will last so long with Nashville? I don't know. Because he's still a young player. And moreover, he scored the only and the winning goal in 2014 UEFA Euro Under-19 Championship when Germany beat Portugal. So he has been part of that German youth setup. Also part of the German Under-21 team in the World Cup a couple of years ago that beat Fiji 3-0 in their opening match. So Hany Mukhtar has seen it all when it comes to youth football from under 15 to under 21. And sometimes I ask myself, why do some of these players that come from a tiny country that are not too known in soccer, and when they have a dual citizenship, they want to represent the bigger country? Let me tell you why. Sudan may never play in the World Cup anytime soon. Sudan, the only regional competition that they can play in might be the AFCON. That's the African Nations Cup. If during qualification series, they are in a better group. Sudan may never go to the Olympics. Sudan may never play the Under-17 World Cup. Sudan may never play the Under-20 World Cup. So when these players are opportune to have dual nationality, they choose a bigger country. For example, Ola Kamara is the Serena Norwegian, but he's playing for Norway. Because you know why? You have a chance to play in Euro, Nations Cup, Euro Nation League, World Cup, and other stuff. Sierra Leone may not be playing the World Cup anytime soon. Sierra Leone may not play in the Olympics anytime soon. Sierra Leone may not play in any major international tournament. Not because they don't want to, but because they may not have the abundance and talent for them to compete with the much developed African nation like Nigeria. We Nigerians, we expect our country to participate in the World Cup, in the Olympics, in the African Nations Cup, in the 20 World Cup, in the 17 World Cup, in all the major soccer tourneys. We expect our country to be there because you know why? Because we have developed when it comes to soccer. So these tiny nations may not be that lucky. So that's why some of their players may choose to represent the bigger nations if they have a dual nationality. And that may be the case of Hany Mukhtar, a German Sudanese who is powering Nashville FC in the Major League Soccer. 8 goals this season, 1 man of the match performance, and also his first hat-trick in the MLS this season. So Hany Mukhtar is our guy this week. I will bring to you next week another player that I will beam my satellite on, and we will still go to Nashville until we exhaust their pool of African players. Until then, keep subscribing to Africa Sports Network, Africa with a K, Sports with a Z network on YouTube and across all our social media platforms. My name is Sam. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.